Hello and welcome to the NBA on. Obviously, this is the type of game the fans really get up for. So do we, and the players as well.
Yeah, we all can't wait. These are the types of games you mentally circle on the calendar. And it's a test for the teams to see how championship ready they might be.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bane and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the one spot. Pass to Okoro. On the money from 12 feet away.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And here's Memphis now. The three is up. And Morant gets it to go on the assist from Adams.
Gotta honor Morant's three ball. He's more than capable of torching you from there.
In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC, the first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You, too, can become an NBA player.
Now here's Garland. Outside Mitchell. The three. And the Cavaliers, another three.
And that was a little payback for what happened on the other end. Mitchell showing the range.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
From deep, Mitchell sends it home from three-point land. Mitchell's got 6.
Well, coming in, you know Donovan Mitchell's going to get shots. All you can do defensively is try to make it tough on him.
Morant with the bucket. And boy, has this been a competitive matchup thus far.
These teams have swapped leads 7 times already, and we're not even in the second half.
Now here's Garland. Pass to Okoro. Back to Garland. Three-pointer. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
And another one from distance. He's hot, and they keep feeding him.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Memphis Grizzlies. Training 5. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Karis LeVert is out there with Ricky Rubio. Then there's Cedi Osman. Then it's Green. And it's Wade in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their 2nd trip to the playoffs. Not only is he a deadly shooter from out there, but he is towering over his defender.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
You see his link, the explosion, making sure of that one.
Here's Aldama. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
B.A., no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run. Terrific use of his body to open up space on the inside.
Pass to Kennard. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Always working to find open territory. Kennard's lethal in catch and shoot.
Here's Wade. The 3 is up. It's another 3 for Cleveland.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Kennard outside from deep. Drives to the hoop. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Pass to Wade. Here's Rubio. And the Cavaliers
unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Jones against Rubio. Back to Jones. Fires for three. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And the Grizzlies call time here. He gets it up. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies, 35. Halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Through the first two quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
On the court for Memphis. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in it.
Oh, did you see that finish?
The young fella usually goes about his business, but on that play, it was a highlight reel from Jaren Jackson. In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Well, Smitty, with Morant, his ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
B.A., before he tweaked his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
Pass to Morant. Mobley against Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Bane. It's tipped. Morant finds Jackson. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Brooks, the pass to Adams. Now Morant. There's Jackson with the 3. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. 40 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Tillman. Lays it up and in, despite excellent defense.
It was going back and forth for a bit, but now they're certainly looking like the better team.
Outside for Brooks. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Back to Tillman. Brooks outside. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Confident and relatively efficient from 3. Brooks gives you another person who can space the floor.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with plenty of breathing room. 23 points to end the quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Okoro at the 3 with Mobley at the 4. Mitchell out there with Darius Garland. And it's Allen in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Nails it from beyond the arc. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, one, you may score at the rim, but if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from three. I mean, during his first playoffs, Dillon Brooks proved he was a big game player, pouring in 31 in his playoff debut, an upset win over Utah. And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Grizzlies.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Ja Morant.
Boy, it was amazing the level of chaos he caused. Challenging ball handlers, getting into passing lanes, racking up a number of steals that helped demoralize his opponent.
Ja Morant, he's checked in for Brooks. Morant with the bucket. You know, talking about Dillon Brooks, also great in those first ever play-in games, Grant.
Yeah, BA. I mean, the Grizzlies making the playoffs, winning 2 games. Brooks was outstanding in a win at Golden State, locking down the Warriors on the perimeter.
Lopez, the screen on Morant. Mobley, left side, from deep. And the Cavaliers, another three.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession, and the Cavaliers will go for a different look here. Wade, he's checked in for Lopez. Osman comes in for Stevens. Green's checked in for Okoro, and Rubio is subbed in for Neto. Here's Kennard. Outside Morant, takes the three. He drops it from range.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Pass to Tillman. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Shows incredible vision for a younger player. Ja Morant's a skilled distributor.
To the inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the